the last weekend with the kid kind of being knocked out for the count, but a boxing team that has migrated to New England from Northern California and kind of trying to develop themselves in the New England area. And I know Steve, watching his videos, that he's kind of in the same general area, which could end up being kind of fun with how this kind of plays out. I've started a boxer, the King of the Queen City. I'm in Manchester, New Hampshire right now, which is called the Queen City, so I thought it was kind of fun to develop that in, and it kind of rolls over into a boxing element a little bit. So I'm now 4 fights in. I've won all of them I'll take that back. I've won 3 by TKO, and the last fight by third round knockout. I was very fortunate in my creation of this fighter that I rolled a fairly high endurance, so my endurance has been 20, which is really helped with some of the 6 round fights and being able to kind of wear out the opponents. I'm fairly new to this game. I'm kind of using this fighter as a way to familiarize myself with it a little bit more. I'm going to make mistakes. Definitely not perfect at doing this. I think I have a general idea of the flow and how things are supposed to go. But there's a lot to it. There's a lot of moving parts to this game, which is challenging and again makes it fun. So I'm not sure how well everybody can kind of see this. I'm also very new to streaming. This is, as you can see, my first one. So I hope that as things progress, I get a little better at this. I'm going to apologize for some of the stuff on the table here. I'm not very good at moving candles while they're still lit, and apparently candles are hot while they're lit, which is new to me. And when you try to touch them and move them, it hurts a little bit. So we do have a little bit of wax spillage up there, but we did our best to scrape that off, but it's a pain in the ass. So here we go. We're now 4-0 going into our 5th fight with the King. We just beat the Mad Hatter by knockout, which is my first actual clean knockout. Everything else has been TKO, which is kind of nice. My reputation currently sits at 12. This is my 5th fight in my first year. My effective age is 20. Career stage is seasoned. And my competition level is regional. So, again, fairly new to this game. We're going to kind of go through it. I'm kind of using this as a learning opportunity for both streaming and for playing this game. But here we go. So we're going to roll for opponent. So we're still a regional tier. 1 through 15. We're getting close to moving up in reputation, but we're not quite there yet. So we're going to roll 2 opponents on Region 1, which is going to consist of a D6, rolled a 4, and a D20, rolled a 2. So the 4 is going to move us down to the bottom chart, and our 2 is going to give us a tactical opponent with a 2-2, 1 defense, 1 power, 4 durability, 3 chin. This isn't too bad. 11 endurance points. He's pretty close to how the King fights. So we're going to mark this for point 1. We rolled a 2 on the 20 and a 4 there. Just so we get an idea. We're going to roll for our second opponent just to see what we get here. So we rolled a 3 and then a 10. I've actually fought this opponent before. Yeah, so we're going to go with our first opponent, which was the 2 and the 4. So this chart, fighter number 2. Here's the score sheets from my previous fights. I'll move those off. One thing that's really helped me with this, getting used to the charts, is actually keeping the blue corner blue and the red corner red. It's helped quite a bit, actually. So we're going to do a tactical fighter. Here's a 2-2. The 1-1. 4-3. 3. Willpower of 3. TKO of 4. Finish of 1. Foul is... Endurance points is 11. He's a 1 through 10 on elusiveness. 11 through 19. Outside. And inside, just a straight 20. He prefers a cross and a jab. Alright, so we're going to mark this out. So 9 being elusiveness, being his starting. With the king, our preferred starting is outside. Our range is 8 to 15. So we can kind of... Okay. Opponent selected. We've already gone through our fighter development stages. Off camera, I wasn't able to gain anything. So we're basically just moving through the next. We're going to do our training camp result, which is going to be... We are currently seasoned, and we roll a 19 on the season chart. You know what? Actually, this is a 100 roll. See, little things, little things. So we roll a 48 on the season chart. Business as usual, no impact on the fighter's ratings. That's good. I'd rather take that than have any negative effect. So training camp results were great. No major setback. No special traits earned. We've already gone through our development stage. So here we go. We can move the campaign book off camera. Move these off a little bit. Get set up for some fighting. So this game consists basically of the 2 game charts, which you kind of let flow up top, and it's basically just cross-referencing rolls of dice as we go along, and it's a really cool setup. It actually plays out really accurate, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to leave our score sheet down here. So with the way I set this up is I always have blue to the left. Just use as many visual cues and reminders as I possibly can. And then our preferred starting range again is the outside. Move these up a little bit. Alright, so this is going to be a 6-round fight. Our CTN, we need to do the checks on that matchup chart. So I am both tactical fighters, which is going to be the second Q. So it's going to be a red, blue, and red-blue. It's going to be a red 2 and a blue 4. So we're going to come up and we're going to cross-reference this. We're going to go to red 2, and then we're going to go back down to a blue 4. So our starting CTN is going to be 11-9. And the lower the number for this, the better. Gives you more opportunity on that D20 roll to be able to take over control of that segment. So we're going to mark it again here. Our control is going to be a 9. 11. I'm not doing the advanced anything yet. Honestly, I'm just not good enough at this game to do that yet. Maybe eventually we can move into that, but we're not quite there yet. We're going to move outside. And he's going to start elusive. Alright, endurance 4. Start. Actually, this is going to affect this. Okay, so the endurance start for elusive, he's starting at 11. So he's going to start off the match -2 for the endurance cost for being elusive. So we're going to start off as a 9. And this is where the king has really kind of been able to maintain his own as endurance. I haven't rolled well for actual striking, but his endurance has been able to outlast everyone else so far, and been able to keep the benefits of not becoming fatigued, which has been very helpful. Endurance cost for outside is 2, so he's going to drop down to an 18. Everything else is going to remain the same for the first round. And ding, ding, ding. Off the bell we go. So with a red 15, a blue 1. Oh, you know what we didn't do? See, this is what happens. We didn't name our opponent. So let's come up with a name for this opponent. We're going to do Rich Hall. Just completely random. There we go. So Hall's going to control the first round in elusive with a 19. Our defense for the king right now is fairly low. It's a 2. Did not roll very good on that chart, creating him, and haven't had an opportunity to roll for the improvement on that. But here we go, 19. Down the part, it's going to be a 1-point cross, unable to defend. So that's going to start off with a 1 point and no response. 20 seconds in. Wow. 20 seconds in, it's a 15-1 for the king. It's going to be a 32 on the table, but it is going to be defended with the 1, of course. That's how this typically goes. So 32 would have been an opportunity for a knockdown. My power isn't an 8, so we're looking at the defended. It's going to land as a 1-point cross. A 1 and a 4. So we're going to go to the split action chart. And it was a 33 on the D100s. So split action, we're looking at elusive versus outside. So we go up to the split action column. Elusive versus outside is going to be a game of chess. So now compare the chess on the split action chart with the 33. You can move. Both fighters jockey for position. So just a little dancing at the 40-second mark and nothing really moving there. 1 minute into the first round. And this is where those CTN numbers come into effect here, and it's beneficial. So we rolled a tie, 18-18, but because the king's CTN number is much lower, he's going to get the win on this because there's a larger gap in between. So the king will control, and I apologize in advance if I call him the kid at any point. They're very similar, and I'm so used to watching Stephen Towers' videos on Friday nights. So this Friday night fights, I'm bound to do it at some point. But yeah. So at the 1 minute mark, we have control with the king, not the kid. No defense because it was a 5, and we rolled a 21. So we got a chance for a knockdown punch. My power isn't that high, so it's going to be a 2-point punch. The 120 mark, 5 and a 2. It's going to be another split action with an 88. Again, we're still in the chess mode, so we're going to reference chess. We're going to go down to 88. Miss exchange, both fighters block and miss. So another round of just kind of dancing. $19-15. Again, the gap for the king is much higher than what it is for Hall. So we're going to roll a 13, but again, this is the way my luck goes. When I score with the king, it's typically defended. But we'll see how we land here. So we're looking at a 13, which is a 1-point jab, but it was countered. So slip slide and counter. So we're going to re-roll, and it's going to be a 17, and it's going to be on our chart for the hit. I'm not exactly sure how to play. Oh, there's no defense on the counter. So it's going to score as a 1-point jab for Hall. 2-minute mark of the first round. 11, 10. So with the CTN of 9, we're going to score with, take control with the king. 10 and a 5 is a 15. Defend with a 2, his defense is only a 1, so we're actually going to score this punch finally. And 15 is a 1-point jab. $220 in the first round. Both fighters are under their CTN, so this is going to be split action. 45. One thing that's kind of cool with the split action dice is if you want to keep track of the ring location, your D6 will do that. So if we were doing that, we'd be on the ropes for this location, for the split action. Again, we're still on chess, so we're looking at a 45 on our chess board. Juke and move. Both fighters jockey for position. So a lot of dancing going around in the first round, a lot of feeling out. A couple decent strikes landed so far, but nothing overly significant. With a 17 and a 4, Hall is going to take control of this with a 46. Oh, but I do defend with a 2. So we're going to go into the elusive chart for Hall. We're going to go down to 46. It is a 1-point straight punch, but because it was defended with my 2, it's a 0 and a miss. So that is going to end our first round. Tally up the points for Hall. 1, 2 is going to end with a total of 2, so there is no TKO points for that. The King, 1, 3, 4, and no TKO points for that. So neither fighter is going to score TKO points for this. We're going to roll to see where we end up if we're going to change it all. Typically with the King, we prefer to be outside. So a blue 5 and a red 3. So our red 3 is going to keep us at elusive. So he's going to stay in his range. Our blue 5 is going to move us into elusive. I'm actually going to, as won that round, we're going to stay with the outsides. We're going to kind of keep things exactly where they are. Everything's going to stay the same as far as CTN. Elusive outside, we're going to stick with the same board. It's a 2-point cost to elusive, so Hall's going to move down to 7, and the King is going to move down to 16. Defense and everything else is going to stay the same, and we're off into the second round. Ooh, here we go, a red 20 and a blue 14. Going to be a 78 on the 100, 3 for the defense, so no one is going to defend that. So we have a 9-point difference between Hall and his dice, and yeah, he's going to take it. He's going to take it over the King there. So he's going to control with a 78 on the elusive chart, which is going to be a 1-point double jab. Wow, he's coming out strong. 19. It's going to be a 10. But I'm actually going to defend this. So it's a 19 on the red chart for elusive. He's going to take the round a 10. But I blocked it with my 2. And it's going to be another dodged hit. Getting fairly fortunate. I'm losing these rolls, but I've been able to dodge a high percentage of them. Blue 11 and a red 3. Defense die is a 2, so it's going to go through. It's going to land in a 27 on the D100. So we're going to land on the outside with a 27. And it's a straight punch worth 1 point. So things are remaining fairly even throughout this fight with the outside and the elusiveness matching up. Kind of playing as you would expect it to. 18 for the blue. Oh, there we go. 6 on red. So the King is going to remain in control. It's a high 6. So there's not going to be a defense. And a 38 on the D100. We're going to go to our chart, and we're going to score a 1-point cross. To get things going a little bit here, that elusiveness is really kind of paying off. So blue 12, which is going to be over the CTN, the red 12 is going to be over the CTN for our challenger. So king's going to remain in control. It's a 2, so he's not going to defend it, and we're going to score with a 42 on the outside, which is an attempt for a knockout. So it's a K7 hook, but our power is only a 4 still. So not quite able to land that knockdown, but it is going to score as a 2-point punch. 140 into the second round. Here we go. This is where these charts are going to play in again. 16 and a 19. So an 8-point difference for him. And he's gonna take it. He'll take it with the high 19. So, but I'm gonna defend with the 1, which is great. It's finally playing in my favor. So we'll go to 86 on the elusive chart. Oh, this would have been a 2-point clean jab, but because I defended with my 1, it's only going to be a 1-point grazing jab. So I've been really fortunate with defense so far. Kind of keep that going. 11 and a 6. 85 on the 100 and a high 6, so there's not going to be a defense on this. 11 is high enough on our CTN to give this to the king. So he's going to score with an 85 on the outside chart, which is a 1-point hook. Doing a little damage this round. I like it. 220. Oh, low number there. 10 is under the 11 CTN for him, so it's going to be a split action. 6, we're center of the ring. It's going to be a 35. We're still in the chest because we maintained our elusive and our outside. So with 35 on the chest chart is Juke and Movable Fighters jockey for position. So the round kind of closes down. We're back to kind of getting a little distance and feeling each other out. Well, that is until Hall comes in with a flurry. So he's a high 18. He's going to take control of this round. Oh, but I am going to defend with my 1. I rolling really, really well for defense today. I don't. This isn't how this typically goes. So we're looking at a 91 on the elusive chart, which would have been a 2-point stick and move combo. But with my defense, it's going to be 1 point for the same combo. And that is going to close out round number 2. And that is a total of 1, 2, 3. 3 TKO points for Hall. 1, 2, 4, 5. 5 here. So that's a total of 9 on the rounds, and this is kind of the way you wear your fighters out over the course of the fight. So now that we've compiled 9, we are up to TKO points. Oh, no, single round, never mind. I'm glad I checked that. So they're not cumulative between rounds, it's how many you scored during that round, building towards a TKO. So I'm glad I actually looked at that. So we're going to roll our corner rolls now. See if anything changes. 15 for blue and 11 for red. So we'll start with here first. So he's going to move to outside. And 15 for blue. Both fighters are going to be outside, so this will make it a little bit easier. Which is the king's strong point, is fighting from the outside. We've now getting rid of the elusiveness for Hall, and we're off to round 3. Drop this down. We're both going to be outside. We're both still, CTNs are the same. Endurance cost is -2, so Hall's going to go to a 5. I'm going to go to a 14. Power and everything else is still the same. And here we go. Let's see if we can generate a little bit more action with both fighters fighting from the outside. And just like that, we got a red 20, blue 10. He's going to take control, not defended, with a 95. And just like that, a 2-point hook landed by Hall. 20-second mark in the third round. Red's going to take control again with an 84, not going to be defended. And it is a 1-point hook. 40-second mark, third round. Wow, not rolling well. Not rolling well at all. Must have fell asleep in the corner. I am going to defend it with 2, though. So red's going to take control. It's a 96. I'm defending with my 2. So we're going to go to the chart here. It's a 2-point hook. It's only going to be worth 1 point, though. Still glancing, still a little bit of damage getting through. And I'm already at 4 TKO points for the round. 4 hit points for the round, actually. There we go. There's a blue that's going to give us control. 2's not going to defend, and we're swinging with a 99, which is going to be a 2-point hook. Great comeback for the king. Try to build off a little momentum here so we're not eating the canvas. I would figure that I would lose my first fight streaming live. That would be actually kind of funny. 16-10, red's going to take control with a 89. I'm not going to defend it. It's going to be some more damage. Yeah, 2-point double jab. Yeah, we're taking this, doing some damage this round. Wow. 19, 16, 3-point difference on that. So 8 points, and actually blue's going to be in control of this one, but of course he's going to defend, because that's, again, the way that I roll. So we're going to look at a 38 on our chart. It's going to be defended with his low 1, and we're going to swing and a miss. 2-minute mark of round 2. 16 on the blue, 5 on the red. We're going to take control, and I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure here. He's going to defend with the 1, of course. We're looking at a 38 on the chart, which would have been a 1-point cross, but it is again blocked. We're getting skunked a little bit this round. Had to warm these dice up a little bit. Blue 4, red 2. 58, it's going to be on the split action chart. With the 6, we're in the center of the ring, dancing around again, probably. Outside versus outside, so we're going to have a different result on the split action chart. Outside versus outside, or not actually, it's going to be chess again. So chess, 58 on our chess chart is juke and move. Both fighters jockey for position. And our last segment, 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the third round. 15-16, but the split is higher for blue, so we're going to take it. Finally not going to be blocked. 52 on the outside. And a chance for a knockout, but power isn't there yet, so we're going to score a 2-point cross. Alright, so that's the bell for the third round. 2, 3, 4, 6, which is going to give us a TKO point for Hall. First one of the fight. And 2, 4 only. This is going to be end up being a close fight here. So we're going to roll for our corner. 4 for red is back to elusive. And a 13 for blue is going to be outside again. So king staying outside. Yeah, we're gonna let it go. I'm not gonna use my 1 corner override yet. I kind of want to see how this plays out. Outside and elusive's has been pretty decent so far. So we're going to start red, 11-9 still. Mode is going to be elusive versus outside. Endurance is going to drop 2 again for king, or for Hall. It's going to drop him down to a 3. And 2 points endurance cost for outside is going to drop king down to a 12. And we're still a 1-2 for defense. And here we go, swinging into the 4th round. And it's not starting off too well for the king. Actually, we're going to block, so it's going to be all right. 17 is going to take it for the elusive side. We're going to look at 23 on our D100. 1 point jab. Oh, we got a landed but countered. So we're going to eat 1, but we're going to get a counter opportunity, which isn't blocked, with a 22 on their chart. So a 22 is a 1 point jab, so we're each going to land. Take it when you can get it. 22nd mark, round 4. Blue 19, red 18. King's going to take it, but again, that pesky number 1 on that D6 keeps popping up. 76 on the outside. Would have been a 1 point jab, but he dodges it again for 0 points. 42nd mark, round 4. There we go, a 16 and a 3. Finally, something that's not blocked. 21, this is going to make it through on the outside. And it would have been an opportunity for a knockdown if our power was higher, but it's not. It's going to come down as a 2 point A punch, which is a cross for us. 1 minute mark. 8 and a 2, so it's going to be split action chart. We're going to be in the center of the ring again with a 65. We determined this was chess already, so 31 through 69. You can move both fighters jockeying for position. A little more dancing. Four again, split action chart. Where's a 1 at? A 1, and we're in the corner now for a 66 on chess, and it's probably gonna be the same thing. It is. You can move both fighters jockey for position. It's really kind of cool to see how this is played out with having the outside and the elusive. It's playing pretty similar to how you'd expect it to play. Whoa, that's a hard hit. That's almost a crit fail and a crit roll. So 19-1. Obviously, red's going to have control of this, but I'm going to defend with my defensive 2. It's going to be a 78 on our D100. So we're going to stroll down here. 78 on elusive is a 1 point double jab, but with my defense, I'm finally going to slip a punch. 0 points. 2 minutes into round number 4. 17 and 11. Red's going to take it again. Not going to block with the high 6 there. 28 on the elusive chart. And a long straight punch right to the mug. 1 point for red. Alright, 2 segments left in this round. Again, taking a little bit of damage here. Oh, nobody's going to defend on that. And again, red's going to take control. It's going to be a 63 on his chart. Oh, 1 point jab and a chance for a cut. So we're going to score the 1 point there. So on a cut, we're going to make a chin radiant split action. Where did we go here? Cut chart is will and cut checks a D20. So we're going to roll our 20. Our cut rating is a 4. So that gives us an 11. So I need to roll under 11. And a 5. So we're going to slip the cut. We're going to be safe with that. And it's just going to score the 1 point. Final segment of round number 4. Oh, I'm going to have to change out some dice here. We're getting destroyed. 15 is 7. Hall's going to maintain control. It's 86, not going to defend with the 5. 86 on his chart is a 2-point clean jab. Finishes the round really strong. So for the 4th round, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 5 points for a red. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 points for the king. Not acting very kingly. Corner rolls. 4 and a 10. So a 10 for Hall is going to maintain elusiveness. So that's easy for his chart. 4, 4. Oh, well, it's also going to put him at elusive. Yeah, this could be a lot of dancing around this round. We'll see how this goes. We'll roll with it for this round just to kind of get an idea how this is going to play out. We're going to drop endurance for Hall goes down to 1. Endurance for the king is going to go down to 10. And endurance may not play a big part in this fight. They've been able to maintain fairly decently. And we're going to roll into round number 5. We need some hits here. We got a blue 12. We're going to start off good. We're not defending there. Get that defense out of my face. Here we go. And we're going to start off with an 11 on the elusive chart, which is giving us a 1-point jab for blue. Starting off strong. Here we go. We need to do some damage now. And just like that, we roll a blue 3. Alright, so we're going to split action, because that's still an 11 for red. 44. Elusive versus elusive is chess. Not surprising. 44 on the chess chart is juke and move. I hope they're at least playing some decent dancing music in the background. Not a whole lot of shaking as we go back to split action with a 7-4. 94 is a little high. Alright, so we're going to be back into chess with a 94. Let's see where that puts us. Even exchange, 1 point each. There we go. Doing a little damage while we dance. 1 minute mark of round 5. Not sure this fight is actually going to go in my favor here. And we crit roll for Hall, who's going to score with a 20, of course. And our defense is a 6, so we're not going to defend. And we'll roll that as a 3. Ouch. 2-point uppercut with a chance for a cut. This might not be good. Alright, so we're going to cross-reference our cut check, which with the king is a 4. So on our cut chart, again, it's going to be an 11. So we need to roll an 11 or under. Oh, you saw that hesitation on that dice, right? So he's going to get cut with a 12. We're going to roll a D100 here to see what our cut is. It's going to be a 17 on the cut chart, which is a 1-point cut, minor swelling under the right eye. We're getting messed up. Right eye cut points right there for the king. And that's a 2-point strike. Doing some damage. I think I should have rethought my strategy here a little bit. Well, 4-2 is going to be another split action with a 3 and 86 on the split action chart, which is still going to be chess because we're still dancing. 86 is going to give us missed exchange, both fighters block and miss. Got to get something going here. This could be our first loss. Could very well be our first loss here. 6-5, more split action. 77 on our chess chart is missed exchange. Both fighters jockey for position. There we go. Finally a high blue number. 16 and a 12. 54. He's not going to block finally. That would be depressing if I finally scored and he blocked. But we're going to take it. It's a 54 and just a little 1 point jab. But we're scoring. Red 18, blue 4. Hall's going to maintain control. I'm not going to block. And it's going to be 89. Damn, 2 point clean jab. There we go, a 12 and a 9 for the king. 75, he's not going to block with his 3. So we're going to score with a 75, hopefully. Yeah, 1 point double jab. And that is going to conclude round number 5. So 2 points, 4 points for Hall. And 1, 2, 3, 4 points for the king. So even though we were cut, we are able to kind of come back and stay with 4 points. So I am going to very likely use my override and try to score some points this time. This elusive fighter has really been a pain in the butt to kind of score on. So 13, we're going to move outside for Hall. And we're going to use... what's a smart play here? Pressure or... Yeah, trying to put some pressure on him around. We're going to use my 1 override. There's a lot of counters on this chart, which is a little troublesome. But we're going to go for it. So, outside for Hall, we're going to do pressure for the king. So our end cost for endurance cost is at 1, so we're going to drop to a -1, and we're going to drop to 6. But there is going to be some penalties for fatigue. Level 1 fatigue, he's going to gain 1 to his CTN, which is now going to go up to 12. He's going to lose 1 for defense, which is already at 1. And his power is going to drain. Power drain, one-time adjustment when endurance reaches 0. So his normal power is a 1. Wow, that sucks because he's really been messing us up. His normal power is a 1. So his fatigue level is going to be level 1. Level 1 fatigue. Oh, I see how that works. Gotcha. Okay. Still a little confused on the fatigue drain and the power drain adjustments on that. I'm not sure if I'm playing that right. If anybody's watching this and actually knows how this is supposed to play, feel free to comment so I get this correctly. So as I have right now, we have a CTN of 12. So it's going to stay at 9. Defense for Hall is going to stay at 1. My defense is going to stay at 2. And we're going to do pressure outside. Alright. Got to do some damage. Have to do some damage this round, or I'm a little worried about how this is going to play out. And just like that, we start with a 9-9. That is going to be enough for us to score. It's not defended. Here we go. 53 on pressure. Would a knockout punch if my power is 6, but my power is not. Gotta hit the weight room a little bit more on that. Gonna be a 2-point jab. Starting off with scoring some points. I like it. And just like that, we're right back to split action and dancing around the ring. 39, pressure versus outside on our chart is pressure versus outside. Normal, here we go. 39 on our normal chart. Clinch, referee separates the fighters. So fatigue starting to take effect as we get into the final round. A little more hugging. 14 and a 9, so I'm going to clear it by... Just going to clear it, but 14 is going to take it 2-point difference. So he's actually going to take control over this round, but I am at 2, so I'm going to defend, hopefully, whatever he throws at me. 15 on the outside. Counter, here we go. Now we're talking. So we're going to roll a counter. And it's going to be a 14 on my chart. 1-point A punch. So it's going to be a 1-point cross. There we go. Scoring some points. (17-13). Blue's going to take control once again. It's not going to be blocked, and we're swinging with an 81 on the pressure chart. Oh, we got a chance for a knockdown. It's a K3. My power is a 4. So we're going to score at least 2 points on this. And we're going to get a chance at a knockdown. Roll right, coming back strong. So, knockdown check is chin rating. So the chin rating for Hall is a 3. We're going to make a roll of a 1 through 40. Alright, we need a 1 through 40 here. And we rolled a 76. So, 76 is going to be a 3-point punch. I'll take it. Now, there is a dynamic to a 3-point punch. We're going to check our quick reference card here. 3-point punch, the attacker is automatically in command for the following segment. So, beautiful. We need this. We need it, we need it, we need it. So, command for the following segment. I'm going to assume that we still roll for defense. Ooh, just missed on that. 71. And here we go again. Another knockdown attempt. This pressure is really kind of paying off right now. So, a K4. So, our power is adequate enough for that. So, we're going to knock him on his butt again. We're going to do a chin check. Again, his chin is a 3, so we're going to cross-reference this. I need a 1 for 40 for a knockdown. Oh, and a 44 just outside of a knockdown. But that is going to be a 4-point punch, and we got to do a little quick math here because we are scoring some points. And once we are at half of our TKO rating, which is a 4, this fight is going to stop. So, for 2 TKO points. I need a 10 to stop this fight in this round. I need to score a 10. 4, 7. We may be there. 7 points, 8 points, 10. 2 is going to give us 2 TKO points. His TKO rating again is a 4. Let me just confirm this on our little quick reference TKO conditions. Fighter equal to his TKO rating. The fighter may be stopped. The fighter lost the previous round. Nope. The fighter is trailing by 6 more points. Nope. When a fighter absorbs TKO points in one round equal to half of his TKO rating rounded up, the referee stops the fight immediately. What a comeback from the King. Wow. Couple knockdown fights. I'm really glad I switched that over to pressure. It's that really paid off. We were pretty much just dancing around for the entire fight. Just dancing around. It's going to be 16 seconds into we'll open in this segment. So we're going to do 1 minute and 36. And we're going to do a TKO stoppage. Wow, I was extremely confident that we were going to lose that, but with a 4 and a 3, a 1 and a 2, brought us up to the 10, which is 2 TKO points during a single round. And the ref had seen enough, and we saved our late game for pressure, and it paid off. So now another part of this that I'm not too great at yet is what kind of happens follow up here. So we're going to move our scoring sheets off of the table. That's going to take us to 5-0. I'm kind of excited about that. That's all of our creative stuffs. Career stages, training camp. Nope. Didn't take a beating that time. Fighter development. Nutrition. I gotta get better at doing this, obviously. Career stages, hot competition level. There we go. Pre-fight phase. Post-fight phase. Fighter development, attrition check. Roll on the appropriate development chart. Physical or tactical for possible developments, improvements. Career stage advancement check. Alright, so we're going to start this off with fighter development stages. After each fight, roll a d20. So here we go. I haven't scored anything on this yet. I need a 1 through 4. And swing and a miss. Result of 5 or more, no development. So the fighter's ratings remain the same for now. Career stage check. If your fighter has a minimum of 4 fights in the current career stage, also rolls if he advances to the next stage on the advancements. So let's give this, we are, what did I say we are? We are, yeah, we'll roll. 5th fight, 16. Yep, not going to advance. Oh, that's because I remember. Roll a d20. Yeah, way over. Okay, not going to advance there. Alright, so no advancements on any of that. Everything's going to stay the same. We didn't take a beating, so there's nothing there. So we would essentially move on to our next fight, which we'll do in the next segment. But what a comeback there by the King. I didn't expect to win that fight the way things were going. I was definitely getting outpointed, outpunched. Had a little cut going to the right eye, but we were able to kind of pull this off. So again, I'm really new to this, just kind of learning this game and streaming in general. So I apologize if I made any mistakes, but hopefully if anyone's watching, they had a little fun and maybe advance towards grabbing this game and setting up a career for yourself. So until next time.